What's up, everybody? It's Brandon Huerta here with Maniaci, and over the last month, our team has been fielding thousands of questions about the new Families First Coronavirus Response Act. It's been a roller coaster of a month because every day it seems like the regulatory bodies are changing their interpretations of the law. And if your social media feeds look anything like mine, you're likely flooded with tons of information and can be a bit overwhelming. So in this episode of the Benefit Breakdown, I'll be giving a crash course explanation of the new FFCRA. A quick disclaimer. This information is dynamic and subject to change. I'm not an attorney, but we pay our attorneys the big bucks for reliable information for our clients, so if you're unfamiliar with the new FFCRA, here are the basics. Starting April 1st, employers with less than 500 employees are required to provide emergency paid sick leave and/or emergency family medical leave to employees who are dealing with exposure to, diagnosis, symptoms, or are caring for a child who is home from school due to COVID-19. More specifically, emergency paid sick leave is available to you as an employee if you're unable to work or telework due to one of the following COVID-19 related reasons. Number 1, there's a federal, state, or local quarantine order. Included in this is a shelter-in-place order. However, this only applies if your employer is still open for business and has work available for you to perform, but you can't because you're subject to an order that prohibits you from working. Emergency paid sick leave does not apply if your employer is closed due to lack of business or closed due to a local directive. Clear as mud, right? Number 2, a healthcare provider advised that you self-quarantine. Number 3, you're experiencing symptoms and seeking a diagnosis. Number 4, you have a need to provide care for a family member who's been diagnosed. Number 5, you have a need to provide care for a child whose school or child care provider has closed. The law provides up to 10 days of paid sick leave, and depending on the reason, you might receive 100% of your income or 2/3 of your income up to certain dollar thresholds. On the other hand, the emergency family medical leave is only available to you if you're unable to work or telework because you need to provide care for a child whose school or child care provider has closed due to COVID-19. The law provides up to 12 weeks of emergency family medical leave. The first 2 weeks are unpaid, and the following 10 weeks are paid at 2/3 of your income. If you work for a business with less than 50 employees, there's a small business exemption that potentially allows an employer to avoid having to pay employees for emergency family medical leave, but they have to meet certain criteria. Lastly, the FFCRA provides a refundable tax credit to employers that's equal to the amount of wages that were paid out under emergency paid sick leave and emergency family medical leave. Basically, employers continue paying employees and receive a tax credit on the back end when they file their payroll taxes. All right, so that crash course explanation leaves a lot of unanswered questions. And unless you prefer to read the Department of Labor's website, where they have an FAQ page that lists out 79 different scenarios, I'd recommend that you watch my next video, where we'll cover some of the most frequently asked questions that we've received from our clients and their employees over the last month. If you found this video helpful, please be sure to like it, share it, and connect with me on social media. Also, if you're experiencing any problems or you'd like to suggest future topics, please be sure to comment below. Stay tuned for the next Benefit Breakdown, where I help make your healthcare experience less painful.